As some of you may know, my favorite park in Walt Disney World is Hollywood Studios, formerly known as MGM Studios up until 2008. Hollywood Studios holds a special place in my heart because I remember a lot of the older rides, or attractions I should say, like Streets of America, Backlot Tour, Great Movie Ride. They all are great. I also remember a time in Hollywood Studios when Star Tours was the only representation of Star Wars in Hollywood Studios before Galaxy's Edge. Back then you had to go on Star Tours to get your Star Wars fix, or go on a weekend in May or June when Star Wars weekends were happening. I miss Star Wars weekends, so today I'm Dane and I'm going to be looking at the history of Star Wars weekends. If you don't know what Star Wars weekends were, it was weekends in May or June that would be taken over by Star Wars characters. The characters would either walk around the park free or have a designated meet and greet spot. Disney kind of does this still on the Disney Cruise Line with Star Wars Day at Sea, which I got to experience the last time that I went on the Disney Fantasy. I'll link a card up to that vlog in this video. The coolest thing I would have to say about Star Wars weekends was that some celebrities and actors showed up and did some meet and greets, like Ashley Eckstein, who played Ahsoka Tano in the Clone Wars, Kenny Baker, who played R2-D2, Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar, George Lucas, Mark Hamill, and Warwick Davis, who played Wicket. Warwick Davis was actually quite a regular at Star Wars weekends because he only missed 2011 and 2012. 2 out of the 16 that were held. So yeah, he was at a lot of them, and the two that I was at, he was at too. I didn't get to see him because I wasn't interested in meeting celebrities at the time, but yeah, still pretty cool. Like I said before, the first weekend was held in 1997, and it was not like the weekends that would happen later on, but it was still cool. The first one was to help promote 20 years of Star Wars and to try to get people interested in Star Wars again. Yeah, so the first Star Wars weekends was really just a convention for fans. It was promoted, but I don't think a lot of people knew about it, the first one. And there was like 2 celebrities and a couple of characters, and this was before the acquisition of Lucasfilm. So they didn't really take Star Wars serious back then. Like that guy, not even dressed as Darth Vader, he's dressed as Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. And like this, that's happening. They're just random appearances. So it's Disney. Of course, it's going to be a well-organized event, but not like the Star Wars weekends that would happen later on at all. 1998 and 1999 had no Star Wars weekends, but the weekends would return in 2000 and 2001. 2001 and 2000 events were still kind of small, but Carrie Fisher showed up to the 2000 Star Wars weekends. So Princess Leia was there. Pretty cool. Weekends didn't happen in 2002, but then in 2003, Star Wars weekends became a yearly event. Now weekends became more than just celebrities and characters. Now some stage shows, shops, parades, and nightly fireworks started. Let's talk about the stage shows because some of these are really interesting. So you've got the Jedi Training Academy that started in 2007, and the original version stopped in 2015, but the current version called Trials of the Temple started in 2015 and is still happening. In this show, kids can train as Jedi and battle Kylo Ren or Darth Vader at the end of the show. Usually the younger kids battle Kylo Ren, the older kids battle Darth Vader. And if you get to Hollywood Studios, because it's still going on, even those weekends isn't going on. If you get to Hollywood Studios really early and you want to participate in Jedi Training Academy, go to the Indiana Jones Adventure Outpost that's located between Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular and 50's Primetime Cafe, and you need to be 4 through 12 years old. So I'm 16, I can't register unfortunately, but you have to be 4 through 12, and you need to get there really early because registration starts as soon as Hollywood Studios opens and the slots fill up quick. Another stage show, Behind the Force, was a show in the Premiere Theater hosted by Ashley Eckstein and was a behind-the-scenes look at Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. Obi-Wan and Beyond was a show also in the Premiere Theater hosted by James Arnold Taylor, and in the show he does impressions of Star Wars characters. James Arnold Taylor also hosted a talk show called Stars of the Saga. In 2008, Hyperspace Hoopla debuted and was on the Rebel stage and was a Star Wars dance contest hosted by Sting and Hoopla. Oh man, I love this show. I still do. It's so great. You have to see it to believe it. It's awesome. In 2011, Hyperspace Hoopla was moved to the Sorcerer's Hat stage, and in 2014 the show was retired and replaced by Symphony in the Stars fireworks show. I had to watch Hyperspace Hoopla again, and I haven't watched it in so long. Oh, it's just so funny and so good. I got to see this in 2013. Oh, it's awesome. It really is. It's just too good. Yeah, after Hyperspace Hoopla, there was a fireworks show. Well, not after it, but it got in 2014, like I said, Hyperspace Hoopla was replaced by Symphony in the Stars. That Symphony in the Stars. That fireworks show was awesome. It was really good. This and Galactic Spectacular are some of the best fireworks I have ever seen. I mean, it's just awesome. Especially Galactic Spectacular. If you've never seen that, that's the Star Wars fireworks show that goes on now. Gotta see it. It's amazing. So amazing. Shop. Oh, brilliant name. Darth Mauls. Awesome. It got moved in 2014 or 15. It used to be behind Rock and Roller Coaster, but then it got moved towards the back lot near Honey I Shrunk the Kids playset. Anyway, either location, awesome name. I think that's one of the best store names I've ever heard. I mean, are you kidding me? Darth Maul. So good. It's so different Star Wars merch, and you could also get these name tags that, the Star Tours name tags, so you can customize them. And you could also get a carbon frozen picture, so they would take your photo, take it in like the carbon freeze thing that Han is in, and then put your face on Han. So that's pretty cool too. There was 2 parades during the event, a Star Wars motorcade parade and a celebrity parade. Well, the celebrity was the motorcade parade, and then a regular Star Wars parade. When Disney bought out Lucasfilm in 2012, they started to treat Star Wars a little more seriously. That's why Hyperspace Hoopla stopped, and Mickey and the gang stopped dressing up in Star Wars cosplay. The last Star Wars Weekends event happened in 2015. I was actually at the last event. In their statement, they said, "While Star Wars Weekends have been a great way to enjoy the saga for a few days every year, now the Force will be with Hollywood Studios every day." Around this time, Star Wars Launch Bay opened, and Disney wanted Star Wars in Hollywood Studios every day.
So in 2015's D23, Bob Iger announced Star Wars Galaxy's Edge would open in both Disneyland and in Hollywood Studios. Lights, Motors, Action, and the Backlot Tour would be closed because of Galaxy's Edge. Also part of the backlot would be destroyed because of Toy Story Land, because it wouldn't make sense to have half of the backlot here and half of the backlot closed, or half of the backlot closed for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, or half of the backlot closed for Toy Story Land, so they just closed it all together and demolished the backlot. Galaxy's Edge opened in 2019 and is arguably the best land Disney has ever created.
I do miss weekends, and weekends will never return because of Galaxy's Edge. But Galaxy's Edge looks amazing, and I can't wait to see it for myself. It's kind of a bittersweet thing for me, because on one hand, I want Star Wars weekends to come back. It's great. Hyperspace Hoopla is amazing, but the other thing is that Galaxy's Edge is one of the best lands Disney Imagineering has ever created, and Rise of Resistance is one of the best attractions ever in Walt Disney World. So, compare and contrast, a little bittersweet for me. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I'll see you in the next one. Have a magical day.